guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Professor Kyuujin, and today we are back guys with The Sopranos, episode
4
from first season.
MEADOWLAND. Last episode, Meadow wanted some drugs. Her and her friend Hunter, they were, they had a lot of stuff to do. They were preparing for the SATs. Also, they had a recital. And her friend was saying she needed drugs to stay awake and keep, focused and all of that. But she is a bad influence. We really saw that last episode. So they went to Christopher, they asked for some drugs, and because he did not want them to go to, I don't remember, Jefferson Avenue?
Yeah.
And basically put herself in danger, he did give her the drugs, which I don't know where it's going, but this could be really bad.
He said a one-time thing, but
yeah,
would it be only a one-time thing?
I think for him it might be, because last episode he was also threatened. He thought it was because of the drugs, so he kind of said it like, oh, Meadow wanted them, it was a one-time thing and stuff like that. So he said it and he got fucking scared, but they were there to punish him for what he did with his friend with the trucks.
At least he got a better deal than his friend. His friend is dead.
He got killed. Brendan is gone. And we saw a bunch of scenes with Jackie, the current boss, who's also in the hospital with cancer, and it's not looking good. So yeah, Tony is going through his own grief when it comes to that situation, and it's not easy. But this is where we are. So yeah, let's deal with the consequences of the consequences and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright guys, let's go!
What did you say, Bully McGuire? Have you seen, if you know Bully McGuire, have you seen the video of the little kid who learned the whole dance?
I know, I've seen it.
He did it perfectly too. What a legend. No. No.
You gonna say something or what?
It's your time.
Okay, it's a dream. Of course it's a dream.
Like, he's on a Segway outside. Are you feeling paranoid? Everything is just mumble in his head. There is a lot happening.
What the hell's going on? Thunderstorm. You smell it? That's rain.
If it's his uncle with the wig. Is it? Or his mom? His mom. His uncle with the wig would have been funny. We kind of saw, though, not only the problems he's been thinking about, but yeah, the thoughts, the wayward thoughts he's been having in his mind. He's been having impure thoughts about his therapist.
Ooh, they did not miss you, man.
Did they rough him up that bad?
Like Tony Soprano's hiding in my backseat.
He still thinks it's him who did that.
Bring the car right here.
I know. He's in disguise. Or maybe he's in the trash can. Come out, wherever you are.
It could be anybody. I don't even know if it's Tony who's after me.
Christopher, you gave crystal meth to his daughter.
Which I'm not sure he knows.
The fact that he knows he did so much that would lead to this.
Can we just go to Brendan's, score some shit, and find out what the fuck is going on?
They'll find him in there. Make the connection then. Oh yeah, he'll freak out.
You should see me at the hospital. It took 3 nurses to hold me.
You've been messing up. You're playing with dangerous people and you're screwing them over. What do you think was gonna happen?
I think this is funny.
What? What's funny?
Your mother blows. That's a real original message.
Maybe she does, right, Ann? Yeah.
Have another donut, you fat fart knocker.
Kudos to him for trying to fight a bigger kid, but...
Break it up!
I wonder how much...
one part you won't be really happy about it.
He has a father who does stuff that seem to be like crazy. Like he comes up with a new car for his teacher. He's a superhero in his eye. Like he doesn't know everything that's going on, but he's probably getting the idea that Tony is the man. And learning from that, he's probably trying to be the man at school too. Don't be in trouble for that though. You have been having weird thoughts.
I think since he started the restaurants.
He doesn't want people to know he's here.
I mean, I come here, I tell you things, I don't know how safe it is.
As long as I don't hear anything incriminating.
You don't fucking get it. Just my being here incriminates me.
Just thinking you might be saying something could be enough.
Who are you?
Why is that so important for you to know?
She's the big boss.
Look, if I asked you about your life, who you talk to, who you trust.
I'd have to take the fifth.
It's cute.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware what I was.
Do you think that in the long run they might develop something just like in Departed?
I don't know. Maybe. He's opening up to her. You might feel connected and...
He dreamed about her.
He already
so-
dreams about her.
This is a new shirt. Your grandmother bought you this shirt. I find it in the trash.
I got in a fight.
Who with?
I didn't get caught. No demerits.
That's not what she
Anthony, who?
asked.
Jeremy.
I thought you were friends. Well, if that's all the information I'm getting, I'm calling Mrs. Piacosta. I swear, you kids are gonna learn the value of $1.
Just don't call. I'll get the money.
$40, Anthony.
$40 for an expensive shirt. This is truly the beginning of the 2000s.
How you doing?
Ah, what brings you here?
At least she talks to him.
Bought you some macaroons.
Ah, they're too sweet.
Nothing is ever enough for her. She had a smile on her face for a sec. She wants to reject him because she's supposed to be pissed.
I don't like the people here.
You don't know the people here. You know, I don't see you trying to mix with the other ladies here.
She's not
Talk to
trying.
the nice gents I see walking around.
She lives in the fucking past.
What do you care? Out of sight, out of mind.
We don't think like that.
I wish the Lord would take me now.
It would be heavy to know someone like
You
that.
know, I come here to get cheered up. You think that's a mistake?
You're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
This is the most expensive retirement community in New Jersey. And if you wanted to, you could be happy here. But you're just pissing it all down the drain.
Beautiful language for your mother.
She plays several
You
games.
know, it's remind me of
You want the macarons?
I don't care.
Leave them.
it
She'll
reminds
eat
me
them.
of someone that we know that comply the fact that they're being miserable. and
Complains?
They comply. They love being
Leave some
miserable
off
and
for
telling
the
people that they're
losers.
miserable, you know, but they don't want to change it.
She has so many masks. There's a part of her that pretends to act a certain way with him, but then she also acts a certain way with the uncle. Like, she doesn't want the macarons, but she truly wants them, so she says, like, leave them for the others. She wants to keep this appearance of the one that, you know, no one ever loves her, no one ever takes care of her, when in fact he's been doing so much for her. And she's dangerous because she turns around and does shit behind people's back too.
Jennifer Melfi, MD.
Dude, stop.
I don't want to touched. I don't want to bothered. I just want to know the who and why. That's it.
You're crossing lines.
See you in a few days. What you got in the box there?
Macarons. This is awful. What kind of God?
Good question.
Christopher. Where you been?
What happened to you?
Brendan's dead. Message job through the eye.
Mo Green special. Fucking Uncle Junior. What are you doing?
Cocksucker didn't have the balls to do it himself. Contracted these fucking Russians and he killed my friend.
Our response should suit the message.
This is the attitude that got him in trouble to begin with.
Yeah.
Don't try to talk me out of it.
You can't touch Mikey.
Your fucking uncle's pissing on your head. What do you expect me to do?
This is gonna start a fucking war between the two.
He tries to leave, you break his other neck.
He did something against them, but if you retaliate by doing something against him, it'll keep on going.
Yeah.
You need to think about this. And... Careful, you're about to get nailed.
How you doing, Mikey?
Ooh, that hurt. Through the screen, that hurt.
Look, your suit's wrinkled. Here, let me fix it up for you. What are you screaming about? Free alterations.
I mean, he's not killing him. I guess if it comes from him, there's less opportunities for retaliation. But still, you don't know. I don't trust your uncle not to do shit.
You hear about the Chinese Godfather? He made them an offer they couldn't understand.
You gonna stop this before it gets out of hand?
Not even a hello?
I'm here because I love you and I respect you.
Don't pretend you're paying me respect. A son who throws his mother in an asylum.
That's not what he did.
That's none of your business.
Your friends, they interfere in my business. They expect me to turn the cheek.
The truck and all that was made good to you.
I'm sitting here like fucking patients on a monument, waiting for discipline to be handed down. They embarrass me.
I run my crew my way. What you did was extreme.
I answer to bigger people than you, my friend.
You are taking your liberties.
What's the matter with you?
He's pissed.
Why can't we talk like adults anymore?
Next time you come in, you come heavy or not at all.
I don't
He
expect
feels-
him to come heavy next time then.
Tony is entertaining the idea that they are still a family. They should care for each other. He's been burying those dark feelings for so long. He expects everyone to do the same, but Uncle Junior has his grievances with his father and him now, and he's had them for so long. He's not hiding shit.
We were going over the speed limit?
I wasn't looking.
The reasons behind the investigation is not good. You do not look like a cop.
License and registration, please.
He looks too worn to like out of it.
You been drinking, sir?
We had wine with dinner.
Step out of the car, please.
Just relax, Randall, and do what he says, okay?
I need you to walk a straight line to me, sir. Heel to toe.
I'm a lawyer. I know I'm under the limit, okay?
Open the trunk, please.
He's just, I mean, it's good.
You ever hear of probable cause?
Oh, yeah, that's a real good legal. You're arrested. Oh, shit.
Hey! Vin, will you fucking do it? Vin! Back in the car now.
Yeah, you're a bit, that's not what he asked you to do.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Take him. DUI, resisting arrest, assaulting an officer. Do it now.
What's he-
Do it!
Don't you touch me.
You got prime rib at home. I'll be going out for hamburgers.
What?
If she figures out that Tony had something to do with this, he knew too much about her, there was too much, yeah.
What she had at home in her fridge?
Well, no, but it's...
With the stapler.
I heard you might get to give up that nice suit. Get too attached to it.
Well, he cares about Christopher like a son, so he kind of had to do something. I'm glad he did not let him just fucking kill the guy.
Yeah. But like you said, it would have brought even more problems.
But it's gonna bring more problem, even though, like, he still did it. He got angry. But if you let Uncle Junior do whatever he wants, that's not good either.
If Jackie hadn't gotten sick, none of this would have happened. One of us captains got to step up. Lack of control at the top is fucking up this whole family.
That's true.
But who?
Maybe you?
This is your moment.
Well, you're the boy wonder.
They would rather have him. He doesn't want it.
You got the age, you got the seniority.
I also got an 18-year-old with MS, okay? I told Lucci I'd be doing less, not more.
You just don't want a wire up your ass. You don't want the headache.
You see, that's why you should be boss. You're so fucking smart.
But he doesn't want that stress either.
You and Junior are gonna have to duke it out.
You gotta be boss.
He's got New York behind him.
Not for anything. God bless you, Uncle. But he's living in the wrong century. And New York knows it.
So we need to take New York then.
You want it, T? You'll get there, okay?
I think we might be going towards that.
Because if we can have New York to back us up.
The uncle would want it, but the way he said, like, he lives in the past, it kind of reminds me of what I said about the mom stuck in and how it used to be, that nostalgia of how they want it to be.
You owe me $40 for the shirt. Just give me the money.
Make me fatty.
Dickwad.
They used to be friends. Bloody nose, man.
Let's go. Let me go.
Why, so I can kick your ass again?
I was kicking your ass. It was a drop. Yeah. The pit tomorrow.
Don't do this. It can go wrong so fast. And they used to be friends. Don't try to act tough because now you're older or something.
Could do something I would.
Be Costa. How you doing?
Stop. Get some help.
Your kid still got that killer crossover dribble. That's gonna get him a scholarship.
So how's Anthony?
Yeah, he's moody, you know. For a kid that age, you know.
He knows what happened with his son, the fact that he fell out of school.
Yeah, he's looking out for everyone.
I don't even know if these guys are close anymore. Did Anthony mention anything to you?
Came back with the bloody nose, so of course he knows.
And I mean, I would be scared if somebody
Like that.
dangerous with an axe come at me and so
And it's
just
the
go,
fact that
"Hello."
no one knows, but they know who he is, what he does.
People talk.
I know that personal feelings are hard for you to talk about, so
That's all we do is talk. Come, I'm gonna quit.
Except you're not gonna quit any of that.
I know with Jackie's sake you're under tremendous pressure, but I feel if the therapy didn't hurt, it wouldn't be helping.
No, you don't understand.
That's why you're in therapy, because I don't understand. I'm telling you, Tony, if you give up now, I'm gonna have to reevaluate things.
I got a very sensitive job. I'm not an average Joe on the block. I gotta spell it out for you?
It's our marriage, Tony.
Therapy is too much exposure.
You live with the results then.
She's got a point. He's got a point too, though. It is dangerous. Anyone finds out he's here, it could be really bad.
True. Like I said, people love to talk.
My uncle.
He knows what's going on. He knows what puts him in this state. He doesn't want to do anything about it. His
And that's my
family,
mother.
he keeps trying, and they're fucking like reacting like this.
Like little kids. Don't fucking spank them, though.
Would it hurt you to let your mother think that she's still in charge?
Play the reverse psychology
To
thing.
let them have the illusion of being in control.
Maybe it will work. Can't hurt.
To have a different approach.
Unless she truly feels like there's no limit and she starts doing shit, but she basically was the one responsible for Brendan's death and Christopher's beat up because she gave the go-ahead.
So you got my cut?
They came and took it. Junior Sopranos, boy.
Are you kidding me?
Word on the street. You out of commission.
Junior is not letting go of that.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do something about it.
We are gonna have to do something about it. His father talked to him. He brought the money.
Yeah. But I mean,
his father is fucking like
he brought an axe. He brought an axe with him.
This is the Sopranos are a dangerous family. You don't want to mess with them.
Just take it.
I'll fight you for it.
I can't.
His father doesn't want that, and yeah, your father made it happen.
Knew you chicken out.
That's gonna give him the impression that he's the bigger man. Like he's scary and
He's real scared of you. What's that supposed to mean? If you want, man, yeah.
word might spread. They probably know it's his dad. I don't know, he's not aware much, I think, of the reality behind who his father is. If he starts figuring it out and he realizes that he has no real standing anywhere because his father is the bigger shadow, he might start saying he hates being a soprano too, just like his sister.
That reminds me of his dream at the beginning. The fact that he saw his son looking through the doors, you know?
He's coming into this world, learning more about.
He's witnessing it all, but not understanding what's going on.
He's dead.
Oh.
God damn it, I was just there. He told me he wouldn't go today.
I'll never forget where I was this day.
Oh my god. Way to break the fucking tension.
You hear what happened?
Yeah.
That's not all.
No, it's not.
I go to make a pickup from Yo-Yo Mendez. He says it ain't my corner anymore. It's Junior's. They're moving in.
The scented time.
Gotta assess this, all right?
What are we, politicians?
Don't act.
Does this look like the Senate to you, T? You don't do something, I gotta question your leadership.
Dude, shut up.
You ungrateful little fuck. Where'd you get the balls to question my leadership, huh? You're the boss. That's right. And you're lucky a man I love died today.
No wonder he keeps having those panic attacks despite the fucking medication. Everything piles up. You should grieve before you make something, do something crazy. He's been also making moves, so I don't know.
I need to talk to you. I came in heavy, like you said, but I don't want to use it. Our friend Jackie has died.
I heard.
And I don't want any confusion or misunderstanding.
Yes?
Sopranos have been waiting a long time to take the reins. That's why I want it to be you, Uncle Joe.
He's doing what his therapist said.
Giving him the impression that he's in control.
This is your decision?
They don't want this to happen like that, but it's a way to stop this bullshit.
Had me worried there.
So, Bloomfield and the paving union. It's my asking price. Congratulations.
No more bullshit, no more stealing corners. That gets dealt with. He technically also gets what he wants because I don't think he wants the job.
No, I think his uncle wants this enough for him.
Right? Jeremy P. Acosta. He backed out. Phil Lito said, yeah, he's real scared of you. Boy, and I asked what that meant, they all laughed.
Sometimes you're so naive. What do you think Dad does for a living?
Waste management.
Do you know any other garbage men who live in a house like this?
What are you gonna do with that information? He's so young.
I'll print it out for you.
It could go different ways. Like either he's gonna use it as a way to feel more tough and to pick up that reputation.
Yeah.
Or he's not gonna like that. He's gonna feel that, this is a big shadow, shoes he can't fill, and he's gonna reject it.
I really hope that's not gonna be the first option when he sees this and sees, I'm gonna be tough shit because of
Use
my
that,
dad.
yeah.
Because kids are so easily impressed by stuff and
And
they wanna copy
but
what
beyond that,
the adults do, you know?
beyond that, it's also breaking the image he has of his father. So like I said, it could go several ways. The dad he knew is the one that plays Mario Kart with him.
Not the one that beat people up to death.
You okay?
No, and it's kind of your fault.
I was thinking, this week,
When did this turn into a session for her?
by a policeman, no less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah?
What?
It was a nightmare.
You said nothing what's to be done to her.
Yes.
Tell me why this was a smart move to make Junior the big Willie.
So he's off our backs and it doesn't turn into a war. He's literally acting like the Godfather.
We're still worried about the money end.
He doesn't know we kicked back to Jackie. We're gonna do good. He's a happy fucking camper. The house is secure.
It's just like a figurehead then. Not the one technically really in charge.
As a kid, it could be scary as fuck to know this. And like I said, it completely broke the image he had of his father.
To represent.
So now, like, it's gonna be all awkward probably. But like I said, it could go many ways. Like later on, when he's not even a teenager, he's barely a teenager. But when he gets older, like I was already talking about how maybe he's getting to that age where he wants to act tough, he wants to be the guy at school, and maybe that came from the idea he had of his father, of, you know, a strong man who gets what he wants. He just didn't know how he got what he wanted all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he transferred that idea of power at school, where he wanted to do his thing, be the guy, just play around with the people. Now finding out that a lot of his influence comes from this, and his father is not the image that he imagined. Like, it's turning around everything he knows. He could rebel against it by pushing back. I know Meadow is sort of rebelling in a way. She still, like, is aware of what's going on, and I feel like she's trying to distance herself from them. Not because she doesn't like the world, but...
True, but she's also a teenager. Usually teenager tends to just wanna distance themselves and just go against their parents' wishes.
With Meadow,
but
I
it
feel...
won't help that our family is kind of special with what they're doing.
With Meadow, I feel like since she knew what was going on, what they're doing, she kind of felt like she basically cannot be told what to do by these people who are willing to do this shit on the other side. So, like, why would she not smoke, take drugs, drink, sneak out, lie, when they get to do all that shit or deal with that shit?
When they're doing worse on their side.
So I feel like that was my idea of Meadow in the first few episodes of she lives in a family that does this for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Her father is that person, and she's like, why would you expect her to be the better person when you are an adult and you're doing this shit?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's rebelling in that way. With him, TJ, he's first of all very young, so this could either scare him or fuel him. But when he starts getting older, I don't know like what the time frame of this show is gonna be, but he could like we could see him through his teenage years. And what if when he starts getting angry, when he starts rebelling a little more, and now this knowledge might destroy his relationship with his father. He might start hiding stuff like, you've hid this from me for so long, you're not the man I thought you were. What if he becomes scared of this, or he takes advantage of this? Like, it could go both ways, but it's definitely not gonna be a happy situation for them.
I mean, it is true that children, when they are younger, they can be easily impressed.
Mm-hmm. And I say she probably doesn't really understand also.
And sometimes kids usually wants to imitate the adult that they trust in, like father, mother,
but he felt
teachers.
betrayed on that last shot of him. It kind of looked like he felt betrayed. Like I said, the image of who he thought his dad was broken. I'm just thinking, later on in his life, kind of like Meadow, he might rebel using that against his parents, or if he keeps up the tough guy image he has at school, but he understands now where the reputation comes from,
he's gonna use it.
he could either rebel more against his parents because he feels that he can't do shit on his own because now he's got the shadow of what his father is constantly over him. And like I said, everyone, like no one knows, but everyone knows who he is, who Tony Soprano is and what he deals with. Like people who talk, the parents that talk between them, the people that live in this place, like they all kind of know. So word will spread, and so he'll always be aware that whatever he does in his life, that there's going to be that shadow. He fights a guy at school, that guy is not going to fight back because he knows of his father. The threats are there, the reputation is there. So either he's going to feel like he can't do shit on his own because of that, or he could also keep up the tough guy image and use that to make it even bigger later on. I'm going towards the first one of like he'll feel shed, like this will be a heavy weight on his shoulder. Maybe he won't like it, but I mean we'll see. Later on, and when he's an actual teenager, he might be conflicted. We'll see. But yeah, just like in his dream, he got a peek into this world this episode. Tony, you are having like,
you think that maybe
visions of the future?
No, I think those were his fears.
Well, it happened.
Jackie's dead. His mother, he hates, but he also fears her in our judgment.
Well, let's look at his dream and discuss the different things we saw in order to talk about the episode. So we talked about TJ.
Yeah, I think the fact that TJ was the only one in his own family member who didn't know what was going on in his life.
He was innocent.
He was innocent.
Pure.
And the fact that he saw him have a peek and this world, just be introduced to the mob family and the crime world.
The stress of being this in the eye of his son when he should be the guy with the fish, like holding the fish after they went fishing.
The one who plays Mario Kart.
The one who plays Mario Kart. And this image has been destroyed, so now what's left? Yeah, but I guess you went into this world and you decided to have a family. I know I read that this show's goal was to talk about how he would handle his job and his family, knowing that the two together don't really work. So this is pretty much this. This is basically this. Like, you cannot have a normal relationship with your son when you go around threatening the people that mess with them at school the way you do and using your reputation, considering your job, to shut them up.
Do you think that Tony knew what was going on with that other man's son?
He saw, yeah, he knew about, he probably knew about the shirt, he probably knew, or I mean...
So he did brought the axe with intent then?
I don't think he knew he was going to be there, maybe he knew, but still, like, he probably knew about the shirt, and he probably knew about the nosebleed, because he came back. If he didn't know, it's a hell of a coincidence, but...
Seriously guys, I think I'm leaning toward the fact that he didn't know and it was just a happy meeting, and the fact that people just
He was
knew.
obviously threatening him, I feel.
Really?
I mean, he had an axe in his hand, and I don't think he needed to buy an axe or anything, so... And it was right after the bloody nose, so I think he was there for a reason. That would be his style. He does that. But, yeah, so other things he saw in his vision, yes, his mother being, I guess she was in a place of the therapist in his dream, and the therapist is the one in control of the sessions. She's the one that knows all the secrets that you tell them.
Mm-hmm.
The therapist has so much power over you when you're in their office, so I guess to put his mother in that place represents well how he views her in his life. So she has so much control over him.
There's the fact also that when he's in a session with his therapist, he's in a position of being vulnerable.
Yes. Yeah.
So he's open with that therapist. So with his mom, it's kind of like the same thing. He is vulnerable with his mom. She's the one who, not disciplined, but she
raised him.
Yeah, raised him. Thank you very much. She's the one who raised him.
Yeah. And I mean, she's so hard. She is impossible to please, but you see that she is intentionally putting up that front because she smiled when she saw the macaroons. She wants to enjoy these things, but she's being a bitch intentionally to put him through hell Because I feel like, kind of like Uncle Junior, they both live in the past.
Yeah.
They miss how they used to be when they were younger. They miss, like, she misses her husband, even though back in the day she kept, giving him hell. She misses the way things were, and now that things are changing and she's faced with her own age, she's faced with, the fact that now she's dependent on her kids, and most of them are gone. The only one that's left is her son, and he's trying, but he also, he's facing the reality. He's the only one that is aware, like, this is the best way to go. This is what I need to do to help you, so I'm gonna do it, because he wants to, he wants to do the best for them, but they take it as confirmation. Oh, you see me as incapable of taking care of myself. You see me as something to be thrown to the side. Uncle Junior and the mother, both. They feel like he's trying to erase them to take charge or something, and they rebel against it, when in fact all he's trying to do is do good by them because he cares about them, he loves them, and he's so used to burying his emotions when it comes to them that when he's angry, that's his go-to move. Bury the anger, don't talk about it, don't do anything, just keep giving them more of yourself, keep giving them their time, keep trying to do what's best for them. They don't do that. They are used to piling this shit on him because he takes it.
And you know what? What you just said reminded me of what Anne Bonny said to Max and Black Sails. If you take what they give you, they continue to give it to you.
This is basically what's happening. Because, like, Junior, I mean, I guess Tony reacted to the stuff he did. He beat the guy, Mikey.
Yeah.
He beat him up, and he went to talk to Junior and all of that. But he never really does the big moves that Junior was willing to do. So I guess Junior feels like he can keep trying. He can keep acting on him, stealing the corners, just keep putting Christopher through hell. He keeps daring Tony because he kind of feels like either he sees himself as the big man like he used to be, or I think he thinks he used to be, because I think he was never the big man. That was the whole deal with him and Tony's father. But he feels like he has that power to do that, even though that's not true, and all the other captains are fucking against him. They don't want him as the boss. They all would rather have Tony, but he keeps doing it because Tony's not fighting back much. So, I mean, yeah.
What do you do against that? He's trying to keep peace between everybody's involved.
That's the thing. Anyone else would have fucking killed him a long time ago. Like, that's just... He takes it, and he does the same with his mom. His mom, who keeps blaming him for stuff, not realizing that this is not him doing that to her. This is what needs to happen because she's getting old and things are changing. She doesn't want to accept it, so she just keeps shitting on him. And he takes it because he cares about her, and he doesn't want to hurt her more. And I feel like he's feeling guilty because he hears the insults, he hears the blame, and he listens when he should in fact just realize that she's saying that to hurt him intentionally. He is getting hurt. It is working. But it's just fucking sad. He needs to fight back, but how do you fight back against your mom when this idea of your mom is someone you should help, someone you should support?
But seriously, you cannot deal with somebody who loves being miserable and to let people know that they are miserable, you know? Because Tony said it best with his mom. This is one of the best retirement home for people, you know. You could be happy if you let yourself be happy.
She's not trying.
She's not trying because she's frustrated, she's angry, and she wants to let him know that she's angry. So she's just not allowing herself to just have a moment of peace.
She's doing with the retirement home what she did with the macaroons. She was happy to have the macaroons and she would love to enjoy them. But since she's supposed to be angry at her son because he put her there, she cannot show him that, oh, you got me, I'm happy now, you made me happy for something. So she rejects the macaroons despite the fact that she'd be a lot happier eating them. So in the retirement home, if she talked to people, she could realize that this is not that bad and she could make friends and live outside of that little box where she put herself. But to enjoy the retirement home would mean to admit that Tony was right and the idea was not that bad. She's too prideful for that. So I guess, yeah, the technique that he got told of, give them the impression that they're in control, that worked. It worked. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work with his mom, but it definitely worked with Uncle Junior. except he needs to keep believing he's in charge, when in fact Tony got, you know, a bit of more influence with that deal. He is free to do his business. Uncle Junior is going to be off his back, and really everyone would rather have him in charge. So they'll do their thing. They'll make their deals together as long as he's happy and not meddling in their business. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I do believe that whether or not he says he wants it or he would want the job, that would not be a good idea for him right now to have accepted being the boss or, you know, go for it. Apparently, the whole deal with New York, which, by the way, I'm doing homework in between episodes. I will look into how the families work, how the crews work. The big boss of New Jersey was Jackie. He was not in charge of New York. There's someone else in New York. But Uncle Junior is supported by the people of New York, right?
I think so, yeah.
So when it comes to, is that what was going on? So basically when they got to decide who would replace Jackie, which by the way, fucking sad the way he went. When they got to decide who's going to be the boss next, they can choose Tony, but the big boss in New York, the ones in charge in New York would be saying like, yeah, no, but my support would go behind Uncle Junior, and he can use that against them. Yeah. So instead of starting a war with New York, starting a war with Uncle Junior, it's better to give him the hat, just the hat, and then you do your deals between yourself. But really the respect...
take the rest of the shoot.
But really
just give him the hat.
No, but the respect is not going to him. Mm. What if he realizes... I hope he never realizes. Yeah.
But it freaking sucks for Jackie, you know? And it's the fact that sometimes, like Tony said, he's been told when he just left the hospital, he's still got more time left. It is coming, but he's still gonna have the day, but it just... He was
dying. They were expecting it, it's just he wasn't expecting it that day, but life is like that. It springs on you, and more than that, like, life keeps going, and he saw it literally in this episode, because as soon as he found out, you got Christopher coming in with more problems. You got to focus on those problems, which I think this is why, since he got the news and he was angry and he was sad, that's why he reacted so strongly to what happened. And it's a good thing he came up with that idea of telling Uncle Junior, yeah, okay, you know what, I want you to be the boss, because if he did not do that, it would definitely turn into a fucking, like, shootout. Except, like, yeah, Christopher saying, it's a, you know, Scarface situation. He dies in the end, man. Spoiler alert. He keeps acting on his own. He never stops.
It's the fact that Christopher is so young, experience-wise, in that world, basically, that he thinks that the only way to respond to shit is just by acting up.
He doesn't understand why Tony doesn't face his uncle, because he doesn't understand the love he has for Uncle Junior. He doesn't know him, so he doesn't deal with him. So he was talking about how he feels like things have changed, and now, like, they don't know who they answer to, and they shit over each other, and they don't really know how the business worked, and they don't show each other respect. So he represents Tony, like, he works for him. He wants to be a part of the big house. That's not happening. So right now, the only one he needs to represent is Tony. And if he doesn't get what he thinks he should be getting, he's going to be mad. And he's going to be like, if you are letting the others spit on you, I'm also getting spit on. Like, you're basic. He's thinking he's a part of this crew, and
it's not wrong per se. He does represent Tony, and it's true that Uncle Junior...
But he doesn't understand that there's more to this than just that. Like, Tony not being respected is one thing, but you cannot just be like, oh, you did not respect me, so... Because you don't know, like, they also answer to other people, that there's a whole other fucking crew, there's New York, like, there's other people that if you act out, if you kill someone you should not be killing, who's to say that there's not a whole other crew that's going to show up to kill you?
Yeah.
So... And especially if you think about, like, Tony has a family, they could be in danger if it goes out of hand. And he's also personally involved because in this case it was his uncle. So Christopher doesn't think about these things. He just acts out because he gets angry. But it's like, don't you think Tony doesn't get angry? Like, he gets angry as well. It's just he's conflicted and he understands that that's not how things are done. yes, he'll go out and beat a guy. Like he gets frustrated too when you attack one of his guys. You attack him as well, so he'll respond. But the way he responds might change things for the worse. So acting like on your own, especially when you're just one of the foot soldiers, like you're no one, Christopher. You'll get killed.
Yeah.
Brendan was a fucking warning. So yeah, I still believe Christopher's gonna get killed by the end of this show if he keeps it up.
But if he doesn't calm down and try to just think with his head, he will have it coming out.
He needs to calm down. But he's young. He's got dreams of. I think it's one of the things I was thinking about. You know, when TJ saw like the truth about his father. As a child or as a teenager or a young adult, you have in your head the idea of what the mafia is, what these guys are, what they should be doing or what they represent. So when you enter this world and you see that like you have your expectations and sometimes it might not be, especially since they've been saying it's been changing and now they see how it is, they might be disappointed and they rebel against that. But there's a reason why it's not like it used to be.
When you see stuff in TVs, like for example Scarface, every movie that involve, for example, police enforcement where people are just like barging in and stuff, going police hands up and stuff.
It's fiction.
Those are movies. Those are fiction. That's not how the world works.
Yeah.
But people think that they cannot dissociate from what they're seeing on TV from what they're supposed to do in the real world. And when they cannot do this, you got stuff like Christopher saying, oh, we should do barging and do like Scarface and just killing everybody.
That's how you get killed. In any case, and last thing in this episode, quickly, I don't like the situation with the therapist. I don't like where this is going. He's obviously having thoughts, impure thoughts. Like his marriage is already on rocks right now. Like Carmilla is a bit done. Like she wants him to open up, deal with his issues, because like their relationship is not good. He's cheating. He's thinking about cheating. He's doing all of that. He's not letting her in. And I'm pretty sure she's got her life on the side as well.
Do you think though that Carmilla would be open to listen to what's going on with him?
It's not about that. Like for her to listen, he needs to talk.
True.
And she's not even saying talk to me. She wants him to talk to someone so he gets to realize what's going on with him, so he gets to work on himself a little bit, to make their marriage work, to make their family work. And he's not like, yes, of course, if anyone finds out he's been seeing a therapist, this would really, really hurt his reputation, his credibility with the guys.
He looks like a rat.
Yeah, and some people might get real angry and he could get killed. So yes, he is, granted, he's right about being afraid of this, but he desperately needs it. He's so close when it comes to his emotions. He needs to see her. He needs to talk. She's good for him. Yeah, she's good for him. But what he's been doing this episode, looking into her life and also putting her, like, it's not him, because he did say, I don't want anything to happen to her, but still
he did say to her, not about her friend or a date. To his credit, he was pissed though that things ended up being escalating at the end.
No, but still, like, the guy did something he was not supposed to do. He was supposed to stay away. It turned into a situation which kind of shocked her. And yeah, I mean, good for her that she's realizing like there's something happening outside that she's not aware of, and the brutality of the world. Like she wasn't aware of that. I mean, yeah, do your own journey. That's great. But if you do realize who did this, this relationship is not going to work. This is a line you should not be crossing, because you're here to talk to her. You're supposed to trust her in that way. But if she can't trust you, you're dangerous. If you bring her into this world, this is bad. And he's also like, indirectly, he put her in a situation where she was frustrated, scared, and it screwed over a relationship she had with someone. This is the beginning. What's gonna happen next? So I don't like what he's doing.
Don't say that, please.
I don't like where this is going.
But seriously, I don't expect it to go with like, and the party where they technically end up end up together per se.
He is already turned on. I don't know if
he was the first time that he saw her at the restaurant with her dress, like he was interested, and she's a beautiful woman, and she listens. She's giving advice, like I think in his mind, he knows that he's being seen by her and that he's being understood by her.
She's a beautiful woman and he's turned on, first of all. There's a part of it that's physical, and then there's the psychological side of it, which could eventually be endearing to him. The fact that he can open up to her.
Honest.
She knows more about him than his wife knows about him because he tells her everything about his feelings. He could feel at ease with her. Eventually, he could want more. He's already interested in a way. Her, I don't know. But we'll see. If he keeps up this and she finds out, I don't know if she'll like this. I don't know she'll like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is already on Patreon. You can watch it right now. The link is in the description below.
If you don't want to, the next one will be on YouTube next week. Yes. See you then, guys.
Bye.